Hello, thanks for visiting. Thanks for dropping in on my YouTube channel called Keto is Not Forever. Today, I'm going to start with our basic, or my basic, pie crust. It's easy, simple. Don't forget, there's no flour, so it's got almond flour in it. It has my erythritol that I buzz through my blender to make it a confectioner powder sugar. Well, sweetener, how's that? Let's use that word. Okay, and then I have melted butter. So come on over and join me. Grab that piece of paper, that notebook, that pencil, and here we go. Okay, so here we are. We're gonna do our basic pie crust for the key lime pie. I also use this for my mousse chocolate coconut pie. I also do it with a peanut butter pie that I make, but in the meantime, this is the basic almond flour crust that I use. It's delicious, it's light. Here we go. We've got a cup of almond flour. Here's the cup and a half. Here's the other half. Okay. Then we have our powdered sweetener, and I like the erythritol and the monk fruit. I've talked to you about that before, but if you like just strictly monk fruit, whatever you please, whatever makes you happy. I just use my little blender here, my whisk, to kind of blend everything up. Any lumps, just tell them to hit the road. All right, so that's nicely blended. So then I'm going to take my melted butter, and you can get particular about your butter if you like. I just kind of get anything I get my hands on. Sometimes they don't have the grass-fed stuff. Sometimes they do. Sometimes I'm in a different store and I forget about being particular. Okay, so here's the mix. As you can see, it's coming up. Now don't forget, this is not wheat. So it's gonna kind of give you a pebbly look. It's a little noisy, sorry about that. Kind of spin it. You're just trying to get it all mixed, combined, and it looks officially pebbly to me. So, throw off your whisk, put that to a side. And there's a little extra of the flour and the sweetener, no biggie. Then I'm going to just dump this right into the pie pan. You don't have to grease the pie pan because there's plenty of butter in here. And the oils from the almond flour, from the nuts, right? Okay, put that to a side there. You kind of want to, you'll get to a point where you'll start using your hands. You want to like get a good footing of things, start patting it down. Now, if you want to make crimped sides, then you might want to go with more almond flour, like 2 cups instead of the cup and a half. And I start with the center. I'm trying to make sure the sides kind of are evenly with flour and mixture, so I can crimp or move things up to the side. This takes a little bit of time, and after a while you develop your own skill level and your own technique. So I'm going to put you on pause and I'll finish it and I'll get right back to you. So hold on. Okay, so I'm finalizing it here. As you can see, as I start moving the flour, you're gonna get some separation, and we just kind of have to fill in that part and do your best. And as you can see, I'm using my 4 fingers here to at least get a start of the rim of the pie crust. It is on the crumbly side, but after all, you'll learn to get a knack for it. See how it's kind of separating? That means it's a little too thin. So that means you might want to bring down some of your side stuff and redistribute it. Once again, even with flour products, you gotta learn your dough that you're working with and work with it really. I think there was times I did do two cups, and it was maybe too much, and that's probably why I went down to a cup and a half, but maybe a sweet 1 3/4 of a cup would do the trick. But I haven't made this pie in a while, so I forget some of these little tricks of the trade that I've done over time, and you'll learn that for yourself as well. Once again, it's just about eating a little bit differently and healthier in the eyes of just letting your pancreas relax so it can heal, and then you can start back with your flour products, and then you get really picky about what you want, because the whole idea is to keep your pancreas as healthy as possible. It's one of those tricky organs. As a matter of fact, I lost a cousin who was in stage 3, and his chemo didn't really work out because he basically perished the next year. You don't want that to happen, especially if you have a lot of life to live, right? Let's see, I'm separating, so I gotta be gentle here. All right, so this is, well, all right, so this is what it looks like, kind of on the raw side, right? So I'm going to cook it, bake it for 10 minutes at 350, which is the neatest thing because it doesn't heat up the house. Well, I'll show you the result in 10 to 20 minutes. How's that? I have to let it cool down, right? Okay, so here's a little platform with my key limes. We're gonna have about 15 different key limes, and I did do this in advance, but I'm just giving you a highlight. So I wash and I scrub them, and since these are they've been waiting for me a little bit, they're a little on the pale side, so that's why I got some green limes, because you want some vibrancy when you sprinkle the zest on top. And I'm just scraping. I'm sure you probably already know this, but if you don't, it's just a nice review. So, but I'm devoted to the key limes. So I have my key lime squeezer, right? I'll take the key lime. You have to de-seed it too, because they are plethora. They're definitely full of seeds and they go flying. So you put it in your little squeezer. You squeeze away. Then what you want to do is, if you have a grapefruit spoon that you can scrape out some of the pulp, or just a spoon, you'd scrape out some of the pulp. I'll just use this for the meantime, my zester. So you'd want some of the pulp. So that's always kind of nice to discover in your pie. All right, so you need 1/4 cup of the juice. I've had my 2 Philadelphia bricks waiting for me. They've been warming up a little bit, and I've got the bowl sits right here. I've got the bowl that I have in the refrigerator, because you want it nice and cold. So let's get this started and stay tuned. Okay, folks, so now we have our 2 8-ounce packages of cream cheese, and softened room temperature about an hour or so, that you'd want to have it just warm up a little bit. The bowl is cold. I just took it out of the refrigerator because you want a nice cold bowl. And as you can see, one's not as warmed up as the other. Anyway, you know me, I want every little last bit of cream cheese, more for the filling. All right, and then we have 2 tablespoons of sour cream. I'm gonna cream this together. Get that moving a little bit. Okay, folks, so now we have our two 8-ounce packages of cream cheese, and softened room temperature about an hour or so, that you'd want to have it just warm up a little bit. The bowl is cold. I just took it out of the refrigerator because you want a nice cold bowl. And as you can see, one's not as warmed up as the other. Anyway, you know me, I want every little last bit of cream cheese. More for the filling. All right, and then we have 2 tablespoons of sour cream. I'm going to cream this together. Get that moving a little bit. Greetings, friends. I'm just going to unveil the pie. My key lime pie has been sitting in the freezer for about 5.5 hours. Then I put it in the fridge for about an hour or so. So now I will slice a pie and do that taste test. So hold on, here we go. I'm going to set myself up and I'll stay tuned. Well, here we are. The pie out of the fridge. Didn't have to bake anything, only the crust. It's held its shape. It's nice and firm. Now here we go with just cutting it. I know it's a heavy duty knife, but sometimes you run into, especially if it was in the freezer, it might be a little difficult, but it's not. We're good. I'm glad I left it in the fridge for about an hour. There's times I can get 12 pieces out of this, and sometimes it's 8. So you decide how you want to cut it and how big. Let me get my fancy pie. There you go, folks. That ain't no flat key lime pie. That is a robust key lime pie. I don't know if you can see some of the key limes floating in there. It is creamy. It is luscious. Very much key lime. There you have it, key lime pie on a hot day. This is a wonderful thing. Enjoy it. A message to see how you like it. Bye now.